Good morning, everybody. It's day number 8, and it's the leg to Tamar. And as you know, I'm doing halfway marks. So halfway mark would be Asseiceira. I'm probably not saying the name right. I'll double check what the name pronunciation is, but Asseiceira is about 20 k's halfway mark. A little bit more than halfway mark, actually. How am I feeling? Gotta be honest. I'm starting to feel it a bit. I'm quite tired today. The muscle across my shoulder blades are pulling, teetering a little bit, straining a bit. And every now and again, the bottom of my spine wants to tinge every now and again. Golegã, the horse town, is absolutely stunning. They really do have horse and buggies going through that little town still. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Saw a church yesterday. I must be honest, I think one of my favorite things about being in the countryside and staying at these villages is the hearing of church bells in the early mornings and the smell of cow poop. You know what I mean? You know that farm smell. Just taking a little bit of a rest. I was just thinking, since I've been walking since Lisbon, I've been comparing in my mind the differences between the French way and the Portuguese way. And I've got to be honest, it feels like the Camino Francis, they took the time to preserve the old pilgrimage route and trail, making sure that the main roads that they built avoided the trail and only touched it a minimum amount of time. Whereas the Portuguese route, the Portuguese Camino, I've noticed that there's a lot of times I'm walking on roads with cars. So I don't know if that's, and I can only obviously compare between Lisbon and Porto because that's the legs that I'm doing right now. So we'll see if that changes. Hi. Good morning. Hi guys. I've got a little friend. Buenos dias, buddy. Sorry, but I think I just walked through a ghost town. This entire village is abandoned. There's some people that are busy constructing here, but let me just show you something. This entire road, I've obviously walked a bit. There were houses on, but all of them are broken, roofs are caved in on both sides. There's not one house here that is being lived in. This is all abandoned houses, right? It's crazy. You can hear there's some people constructing. I don't know if they're going to rehabilitate this town, but literally there's a street, there's houses on that side, all abandoned. This entire little town. I wonder if they're going to rehabilitate. That's insane. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so interested to try and find out what the plan is for this little place. Like literally, I mean, this looks like they're trying to rehabilitate, but all of them, no, I'm not kidding, abandoned. This Quinta de Casadilla, I think, completely, it's huge. It starts here, but I mean, I'm telling you, it goes all the way around that corner. It's huge, but the whole thing, abandoned. That is, I'm so intrigued. I'd really love to know the story behind this part of the town. That's insane. I can only imagine how beautiful it must have looked in its day, though. Like, genuinely. Hey? Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I just looked up some information. So this area is called the Quinta de Cardiga, an electric estate which in its glory days hosted the Templars and the friars of the Convento de Cristo. But yes, it's all abandoned right now, but pretty cool. Okay, let's keep going. This is exciting. Does anyone else get as excited as I do when it comes to history behind something? I downloaded like descriptions and explanations of the Portuguese Camino. It just gives you information about the history of the different towns that I'm walking through, and the part that they played in the history, and other interesting facts and stuff. And I've seen some really interesting stuff, but I mean, I don't know why, that was so exciting. That was so exciting. Hola. Hola. Hi. Hi. Hola. When you think you've only got 5 k's left, then all of a sudden you turn the corner and this is what you see. This is quite the hill.